Tanner Thorson runs tonight at the Chili Bowl, and he's been working with some drivers all week, including Ruschenberg, who finished in the top 5 the other night. I want to ask you about him first. That kid can drive a race car, man. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's good, man. He's 15 years old. Nothing. He didn't do anything different than all the rest of us did at 15 years old. So, besides actually make it into the top 5 and on his first, or I guess this will be his second Chili Bowl now. So. He's a gasser. He did good, and we're proud of him. And there's probably people that aren't proud of him, but you know what? It's one of the cars I'm setting up. We're locked into the front row of a B main, or first 2 rows of a B main on Saturday. So I'm happy for him. So yeah.
He ran pretty well last year too, right?
Yeah, he did. He was, I think, 1 or 2 spots out of making the A main out of the B main last year, but he started, I think, maybe pole of a C main. So he did good. We all want to win. We all want to push hard, and it was the first time that I could actually say that, like, I'm not driving this thing. So it's cool though. He's a gasser. He's got a lot of talent, and he's got a lot of potential. In the future for what he does. So it was cool to kind of get him in the top 5, and he actually took the lead at one point, and then kind of. I think maybe the little bit of the youngness was in him. I mean, I used to do it, and just kind of bash the curb harder and harder when you weren't going forward. And, that one of the last shows, I was just like, hey, you need to just like calm down and just be smooth. And he did, went to the bottom, and he drove back by, I think, like 2 or 3 guys. So, and then almost went for the lead again. So, yeah, we'll get him locked in on Saturday, and we got a few more cars the next few nights, and I go tomorrow or tonight now. So, yeah.
You said on broadcast, I think someone asked you about like the Larson line, and you're like, what about my line? I thought that was amazing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, everybody just talks about Larson. What about Tanner, or, anybody really? So it's cool and all, but it's only cool because he's the only one that can do it, So Larson said he got beat Chili Bowl by the line he won the shootout in, and it was me passing him doing that. So that was kind of cool. And yeah, there's no good line sometimes, it just kind of is what it is. And Larson's the only one with big enough set on him to kind of run the wall like that and go from there. So I know I'm not going to do that. So yeah.
I was going to say, you won this thing, like right through the middle off of 4, didn't you?
Yeah, just kind of slided myself. I actually, it worked out to where when Buddy, I think, slid me on a restart, and I crossed him over, and I slid myself, and I caught grip, and I was like, shit, like, this is good, and I just kept running that line, and I finally, when I got by Bell, I just stayed to it, and it was good. So we'll keep digging. We got some work to do on my stuff. I'm not very happy with it. It's okay. It's just not great. So try to see if we can, go pick up another prelim win tomorrow. Obviously against Bell again this year, and I think we missed him with the last 2 years or so from Thursday night. So it's gonna be a dogfight. I mean, Bell and I, when we want to beat each other, it's just like Larson and Bell and Rico. Us 4, I feel like, want to beat each other more than anybody else on the racetrack, and I think it's because we grew up in that stable over there, and Bell's the only one still over there. So we all just want to win, and that's what it comes down to.
I want to give a huge shout out to Cody Cordell, right, who's been a huge tech guy. At the shootout, they got tires, in a day, teched, and he's been looking at race cars. You feel passionately about this, right? And you're close with Cody.
Yeah, I do. I know people, the track people, everybody's kind of sick of me bitching about it, but it's what it needs to do. If you got to cheat to win, you're chicken shit, basically. And everybody in here that doesn't cheat feels the same way. And the guys that do cheat, they probably feel the same way too, because when they get beat by guys that don't cheat, they're probably like, well, they're cheating. Well, it don't work that way. So not all the time, at least. And, I come here with as legal as they can get cars. I can go outdoors besides the wheel widths. We don't have a wheel width rule here, and I could take my stuff outdoors and go race and be legal, and have never been popped before. So and there's a lot of guys that cheat that don't get popped either, so you would never know, but you hear about it through the grapevines and stuff like that. So Cody and Steve Hahn and Gravel down in the infield, they've taken a lot of shit from me over the last 5 years probably of the racetrack being terrible and stuff, and I think a lot of that just comes down to tire doping, honestly, and it's kind of been the name of the game for the last 4 to 5 years, and well, I guess probably 3 years, and like the RD12 wasn't the tire to dope up because it was already soft, and then once we got into these hard tires, the track got way worse. So, I give them the benefit of the doubt now. Like, you saw about halfway through the shootout, the track started rubbering up, getting goofy. Well, they started popping guys for tires, and next thing you know, the track goes slick and the track starts being racy, So Cody's doing an awesome job. He knows what to look for. He's got a lot of different people, including myself, that can kind of allow him to know what I know, what he needs to look for, and there's other people too. So hats off to him and the Chili Bowl and shootout, for allowing him to do that. I mean, when have you ever seen a car pulled apart, and teched and looked at for dual ignition boxes or any of that stuff? So I give Cody a lot of crap, but he's doing the right thing.
Like you mentioned, it's not only about an even playing field, it's about the racetrack too, because the quality of the racetrack at the shootout was the best I've ever seen.
Oh, hands down. I mean, that's why someone asked me 40 or 55 laps. Well, they keep the tire dope out. 55 laps is the way to go, but they couldn't do it because then we all complain about it rubbering up when they have no control over that. So, I guess we'll see this year how it goes. The track's been pretty good the last couple nights, and it's the slickest I've ever seen this place. So, you got like myself, where my normal package works really well, and now we're kind of venturing off and trying different things and running coils over bars and just different stuff to try to get better. And I think they're doing a good job, and I'm here for fair racing. If we all needed a tire dope and stuff, I guess there'd be no rules for it. So we'll just keep doing what we do, try our best, and go from there. I kind of told Cody, and it's not that it matters, but I wasn't going to come back if they weren't going to do something, I mean, there's no point in us showing up, bringing our, $30,000 race cars and our $50,000+ motors to come compete for third, fourth if people are doping. So it's just a waste of money, right? And we're here to win, and that's the end deal. So hats off to him. I'll probably get a lot of crap for this interview, but it's all right.
So a second golden driller, what would mean more? Why would you get crap for it? You gave him credit. You gave the Chili Bowl credit.
No, crap from everybody else that's cheating.
But if everyone's doing it, it doesn't matter. You're calling them all out, right?
That's right. That's all right.
I guess. A second driller as a car owner would mean more or no?
Yeah, obviously, right?
Like if one of your drivers would win one, like if Ruschenberg, drove through the field and won it, would it mean just as much or more?
Yeah, obviously. I was happy for him to run fourth. I was a little pissed off, but I was happy, kid did a phenomenal job, and, if I can win another one, I owned the car when I won. I was just under Andy's banner. So, I actually owned that car. So that really means a lot too, but to actually be able to win it under my banner would be obviously better. So, if Ruschenberg can pull one off, maybe Ace might be the dark knight here. I mean, him or Ruschenberg, I said this from the get-go, Ruschenberg's kind of my sleeper, I feel like, and so is Ace. Ace is, for running one time a year, he's better than 90% of the people in the building, so that's kind of cool.
You're going back high limit racing, right?
I don't know. Am I?
That's what everyone's saying, aren't they?
No, yeah, we are. I'm excited about it. We haven't really said much, and B-Walks asked me, I think yesterday or the day before, but that's the plan. So we're kind of gearing up. I've been full midget mode for the last month and a half, and ever since I got back from the West Coast, and it just, I'm excited. We finally got to clicking there at the end of that season. Our motors program, our cars, we switched cars and just to a different package and got our motors tuned and stuff better, and just everything started clicking, and we were able to pick up a prelim at Chico, and the second night the third night, the final night we were really fast, and something broke, and it's just kind of hard, but we're good. I think now that we're going into our second season, it'll be a little bit easier on us. We got our whole program organized a little bit better, and I think we'll be all right.